Moving into the theater is like growing up. It changes everything. You've got all the pieces in place, you've blocked it generally, but until you're actually on the stage, it doesn't start to firm up. Until you actually have the set and until they understand the space. And that goes for the singing and the projection and speaking too, because things change. At the Annex, we have a large space which is similar. So you think, well, it won't be that different, but it really is. So there's a whole psychological change in moving into the theater.
We have a whole week to get the lights in, the set painted, and everything brought in and built and constructed. Like some designers, Harvey doesn't take everything down. He just unplugs them, and you can still see a few cards hanging around. And then we just move them rather than taking everything down and putting them back up. Taking down lights, moving them around, replugging them. You're losing long extension cords sometimes to plug them onto the right circuit so that they go into the light booth and then the light board, and then Harvey, who's a light designer, can plug them into certain circuits and break up in different areas of lights, or take them down or take them out, or create all those magical lighting effects.
We're always in need of people to come down and help us hang lights, run the shows, work backstage, usher. It's always a constant need, and it's always a lot of fun.
I think we're ahead of schedule in the technical part of it.
The run of the show will be 5 weeks. It is a musical. We normally like to have 2 or 3 volunteers for the booth. If you work on the show, you get 2 complimentary tickets for the first weekend of the show. It's a great way to get drawn into the theater.
Coming along very well. Everyone has been doing very well. They've worked hard on it, but it's crucial that they sleep, dream, eat all the music from company.
Rehearsals are well, each one gets better. That's the exciting thing about this point in the process. They know they're starting to really know their characters. This is where the real building begins, and I think anybody that's directed will tell you that too. Is everything up to that point is kind of preliminary.
You never know about the show itself till you get down about that last week, because everything rehearse, and you get sort of tired, and you think we'll never get together. And then I think this will pull together. I don't have any questions about it.
Today we're going to have the cue to cue, and that involves the cast.
Madness, confusion. Because
you go from every time there's a technical cue with the cast, you say, okay, you make your entrance, let's see how the lights look. This is where the sound effect comes in, so get into position on stage for that part, and let's see what happens, interact with the technical side of it. So you go from every cue that you have, technical cue, one to the other, having people on stage. And everybody sort of has to be on their toes for that.
Marty? What's up? Sorry, we're still trying to figure out the fact that it came in E4.
Okay, so see how Marty did previous cue? Oh, yeah. And that took it back.
At Colonial Players, the director's job is theoretically done on opening night. He's not supposed to micromanage, come in and change things after the fact. Anything that needs to be changed has to go through the stage manager. That doesn't mean the director stops being involved. It just means that he has to be removed from it. So, you're not hanging around backstage and everything. The hardest part is for my wife, who, if we're watching it together or anything, she knows when things aren't going well because I start squeezing her hand really tightly, or she'll have to lean over and say, "Dear, stop mouthing the words." Actually, that will happen less on this show because Susie's the stage manager, and her job pretty much starts when mine ends. So she'll be running the show backstage when I'm feeling like a fifth wheel, going, "Well, they're doing a great job. I sure wish I could play with them."